Georgia, Georgia,
We on the grind,
Georgia,
all the time. It ain't nothing on my mind, but
Georgia,
we ain't playing with you. We on the grind,
Georgia.
all the time.
Guys, what is up? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. This is another wet shaving product episode. I heard about this artisan house called Dr. John's, and I went in their site and everything looked really cool. And I reached out to John, and within a week, he was nice enough to send me 2 soaps and 2 aftershaves to match. So big thanks to him. And before we delve into the products, let me give you a little bit of information about this company. It was started by a husband and wife team who were actually in finance and banking. When they made their switch, they decided, as many folks do, that they wanted to enjoy their life more and do things that they loved, and I actually feel that way these days sometimes as well. So it's really encouraging to hear stories from people who are successful in doing so. And I guess a while back, John got into wet shaving. He really started to enjoy the hobby, getting the brushes and all the accoutrements, and he started to enjoy shaving and turning that chore into a hobby. And so that turned into John taking his own stab at it and making sure that when he did, he was using the best materials to make his soaps and aftershaves. So this is a story that I hear from a lot of people, and I'm happy that so many people are doing this and making these awesome artisan products. So he sent me 2 soaps and 2 aftershaves to match. One set is Savannah Sunrise. The other is I believe it's Bonnie. Is the pronunciation. Now, the other names from some of his soaps include Aphrodite, Big Green Monster. So I love the fun that he's having with these products. And let's look at the quite frankly stunning presentation. First, this is the presentation for Savannah Sunrise, and you can see it's this gorgeous tin. On the back, you have the ingredients. On the front, you have this lovely graphic with the notes. And then you open it up, and you see it's, to me, it's more of a shaving cream than a soap or even a croap, but semantic. So there's that. And then for Anne Bonny, you have this pirate woman. Again, the notes, these graphics are just beautiful. They just scream quality and attention to detail and care. Proudly handcrafted in Delaware, Idaho. You have the website, and then again, sort of that same consistency. So those are what the soaps look like. And then for your aftershaves, here's your Anne Bonny, Dr. John there. Beautiful dark glass, old school style apothecary bottles. And then you have Savannah Sunrise. Just stunning graphics, stunning presentation. It sort of has like a steampunk vibe. I love it. And so let's talk about Savannah Sunrise. This soap, Savannah Sunrise, starts at just $8. Like $8, that to me is really crazy. And the aftershave is $18. And the inspiration with this was just the creators spending some time in the South and enjoying the aromas of the trees and flowers. So they wanted to make a soap that would replicate a morning walk through a fruit orchard. And the notes on it are orange blossom, peach, gardenia, jasmine, and honeysuckle. Oh my God, it smells so great. And these soaps are really gorgeous. The ingredients are top notch, guys. You've got shea butter, avocado oil, mango butter, etc. It lathers gorgeously and was slick and very cushioning. I'm gonna stick some lather shots in here so you guys could see the beautiful lather I was able to get very easily. As I said, these to me are creams way more than soaps, but that's again just semantics. The aftershave has the same notes, but the aftershave is made with alcohol, which I need alcohol in my aftershaves, by the way, otherwise I don't like them. I like that bite. Witch hazel, rose water, menthol, alum, and glycerine. And what I like about this scent for this is that it's not just peach. You've got the gardenia in there. You've got the orange blossom. So it gives us this floral freshness, which like really good quality eau de colognes have. And it's very light, but it's just enough scent strength that you could definitely smell it when you're shaving, and the aftershave has some nice smell to it as well. So the other one, as I said, is Anne Bonny, and you could see very obviously that Anne Bonny looks to be a pirate. And this is sort of a bay rum inspired scent. Now, John could have had no way of knowing I'm not a bay rum fan, and it's not because I don't like the way that bay rum smells. I actually do, but it's because Dominica and Captain's Choice, I feel like, are so well done. I don't really see a need to further my bay rum scent. So I'm not gonna lie, I was not jazzed to try this one, but very quickly I found out this isn't your granddad's bay rum. Anne Bonny, who you might not know, was an Irish woman who became a very famous pirate. And to honor that legend, what they did is take bay essential oil, they blended it with dark rum, black tea, and lime. So this actually reminds me more of like a Dark and Stormy than it does a typical bay rum. And what a Dark and Stormy, for some of you guys who might not know, is this is a cocktail, very popular. It originated in Bermuda, where you would take dark rum, traditionally Gosling's, which is a black rum, and you put it in ice, and then you pour ginger beer on top, and that mix of the black rum and the ginger beer would create a sky-like effect that I guess sailors would say, well, that looks like a dark and stormy sky. And then you also add some lime in there as well. So to me, it smells like that, and I really enjoy it. I think he did an excellent job. And again, I love how on the labels you do get that note breakdown: West Indies Bay, black tea, dark rum, and lime. Now I want to just say something else about the products. You know, people who watch my channel know very well I'm a fragrance guy, and I don't really care how good a soap performs or doesn't perform, or the aftershave works, if it doesn't smell good. I can't tell you how many products I've received where they're these great performing aftershaves or great performing soaps, but I don't like using them because I can't really get the smell out of them, or the smell isn't that complex and it's very clearly blended by amateurs. These are top-notch scents blended by people in the know with, I would imagine, very expensive materials, which is why I'm a little bit confused as to how they could keep the prices down, but they did it, so hats off to them. The soaps left my face feeling very moisturized as well, so that's an important thing. I would bet that has something to do with the mango and shea butter. So as far as my take on Dr. John's, I'm really excited by this brand. You know, I looked at some of their other products. They have a scent called Hex, which is orange, black pepper, and cinnamon. They have one called Big Green Monster, which had basil and peppermint. They had one called Raz, which had sandalwood, allspice, and mandarin. So the blending just seems fantastic. The price points are out of this world. They also sell brushes and a branded safety razor. So a very neat brand that I think deserves a lot more attention in the wet shaving world. It could be just because I'm in my own silo, but I don't feel like I hear enough about them. And with what they're doing in terms of product presentation and price, they're up there with the big boys as far as I'm concerned. So guys, if you have any questions about Dr. John's, please feel free to reach out and I'll try to answer whatever I can. I really implore you to check this line out. I'm going to link in the description, and let me know what you think, if you've tried them or if you plan on trying them. Again, I want to thank John at Dr. John's for sending me these wonderful products. I'll see you guys again real soon with more videos, guys. You know what it is. My name is Maximilian, and I must know.
We some ATL thrashers, scope your pumpkin and smash ya. We'll come through your hood worse than a tsunami disaster. Don't know who they gonna get or who them robbers gonna hit. That's why I keep my Georgia.